Hi, and welcome to the second half of this series where I'm talking about how to mix skin tones. So hopefully you can see these colors pretty well. I tried to get a range of different colors, different skin tones, and we're going to try our best to match those colors. Now, all you need to get skin tones is red, blue, yellow, and white. You don't need black. That might sound weird, but you don't need black. In fact, there's lots of art instructors out there who will forbid you from using black because black will dull your color. Now, you may think, but how do I get it darker? Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. But for now, let's just get some good amounts of white, red, yellow, and blue, the primary colors. Now, I had you create this color wheel first because it's essential to understanding how to get skin tones. Now, when you think of skin tones, the closest thing to a skin tone you might think is like an orange, whether it be a light orange or a dark orange. That's pretty accurate because you start with a lot of those colors, but what you start with is a mixture between these three colors. So pick up some yellow, get just a touch of red, and then get a touch of blue. We do this because if you mix complementary colors, red and green, blue and orange, yellow and violet, any number of these complementary colors, things that are opposite on the color wheel, you're gonna get brown. And brown is closer to skin tone than orange. So already, I've just mixed the three primary colors and I've already got a brown that's closer to a skin tone. Now let's say we want to get this darkest skin tone that I've got here. So first we're going to add some blue because that's how you darken a color. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but that looks too green, doesn't it? If you look opposite on the color wheel, you're gonna see red. So to cancel out the effect of green, you add more red. So grab some red. Red is also darkening this skin tone. That's good. Okay. I think I added a little bit too much red, so you add a little bit more blue. I'm not adding a touch of white. I think to get closer to that color, and you want to keep comparing, I think that's a little bit too much red, and I think I might need a little bit of yellow. It's a little bit of a guessing game. You keep adding until you get closer to what you're looking for. Yellow is going to lighten it. So add a little bit more blue. Just do a touch at a time. And keep comparing to your original color. I think it might just be a little bit too red, so I'm going to add just a touch more of blue. And you wait for that to dry and see how close it is. I actually think I might have gotten a little darker than what that original color was. And don't mistake these for generic, this is how you get a black skin tone, this is how you get a white skin tone, this is how you get a Hispanic skin tone. Like, don't mistake it for generics. Look at the individuality of each person. If you look at each person, you will see that there are differing levels of yellow and red in their skin tone. Look at the skin tone of the person that you were trying to paint. and note how warm or cool their skin tone is. Note how red or yellow it is. Pay attention to their individuality. So now let's try to get this lightest skin tone. So I've gotten it really yellow here, really, well, orange. Sorry, you can't see. So now let's add in a lot of white. This is already a believable skin tone, but we're trying to get a specific skin tone. So mix it even lighter. That looks a little too pink to me, so I'm going to add more yellow. Man, that might have been a little bit too much. We're going to need more white. I'm running out of space on my palette. You can tell this is a well-loved palette. It's because I've been practicing painting for a long time. So I just got a lot of white. And I'd say that's pretty close, maybe slightly too dark. Just slightly. So you would just add more white. But that's how you get a lighter skin tone. And again, pay attention to how much red or yellow is in your skin tone that you're trying to get. And as weird as it sounds, don't forget the blue, because the blue is part of green, which counteracts these orangey red tones. So lastly, let's mix a middle skin tone. We're gonna start again with red and yellow and a touch of blue. This is too dark and too like green, I would say. So we're gonna add some more yellow, white. This white is very thick. And red. Needs a little bit more red. That was too much red. And too much white. Remember also that white and black immediately desaturate your colors. So let's add back in some yellow for saturation. And it's too light right now, so let's add a touch of blue. I'm using my blue instead of black to darken skin tones, because black would make it desaturated. And do you look at somebody's skin tone and say, hey, you look desaturated? No, you don't. I think that that's a pretty good skin tone, but it doesn't look like the skin tone that I've got there, because that one's a little bit more yellow. So let's add more yellow. It's probably too much yellow. So what's opposite yellow? Violet. Just a touch of blue and a touch of red. And that brings some vitality back to this skin tone. I think that's pretty close. So here's some basics on how to mix skin tones. Remember, start with your red, yellow, and blue. Blue very sparingly. And just keep mixing until you get closer to what you're looking for. Look close at the color you're aiming for and pay attention to what colors make up that color. Does it need more yellow? Does it need more blue? Does it need more green? Does it feel too green? Okay, then add red. Does it feel too orange or yellow? Then add like blue or violet. Look at your color wheel and aim opposite of what you have too much of. Okay? Thanks for watching.